Good morning, students. In actual terms, today we are going to start with our accounting subject. First chapter is purely theory. We have completed till now accounting principles, conventions, concepts. What is the basic difference between transactions and events? How accounting is developed? How information is gathered? What supportings? What are supportings? After that, difference between capital expenditure, revenue expenditure, valuation principles, that historical cost, replacement cost, realizable value, current cost, and some accounting standards. If policies are changed, when you can change the policy. So these are some questions we have seen in last 3 days. And you are eagerly waiting for this today's session, accounts. Now, actual accounts, today we are going to start. So friends, I requested you in the last session, please watch my first session of past batches, batch number 5. So we will solve what is our motive in this batch. Our motive, our aim is to cover maximum question. Yes. So how many of you, please tell me it in the comment section. Sir, we watched your previous session and consistency is important in this course and devotion. So I request all of you, please watch previous sessions whenever I'm telling you to refer previous sessions so I can focus on maximum questions. Now I am giving you 2 options. Option number 1, I will cover concepts in this batch plus some questions. Okay. And option number 2, tell you to refer past recorded lectures, maximum questions, past examination, plus RTP, revision test paper, mock test questions. So that I'm going to cover in option number 2. So tell me, which are the 2 options? Okay, so option 1 से जाना है क्या option 2 से जाना है? मुझे जल्दी से बताइए. Option number 1 में आपको बोलता हूँ कॉन्सेप्ट्स और सम क्वेश्चंस ही हो पाएंगे क्योंकि मैं बहुत डिटेल में कॉन्सेप्ट्स ले लूंगा, पर उसके वजह से क्या होगा, क्वेश्चंस थोड़े कम रहेंगे. एंड ऑप्शन नंबर 2 ये आपको मैं देता हूँ कि मैं आपको बोल दूंगा कि पिछले बैचेस के कुछ रेफर कीजिए, recorded lectures. So maximum questions I will cover from the past examination and RTP and mock test questions. Okay, ठीक है. तो जल्दी से मुझे बताइए हम लोग कौन से ऑप्शन से जाएंगे. Yes, maximum students answered option 1. Option 2. And option 1 वाले बहुत कम students है, hardly 2 to 3 students for option 1. Okay, so I will go with option number 2, recorded lectures plus maximum questions from past examination plus RTP plus mock test. Chalo students. So today we are going to start. Yes, beta. Chaliye. So I will take quick revision. What is covered in the recorded lectures? चलो तो जल्दी से कवर कर लेता हूं क्या क्या हमने रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स में किया था. तो सी अकाउंट्स इन फर्स्ट सेशन. चलो रिवीजन ले रहा हूं मैं फटाफट. और might be you have not watched previous sessions but your grasping is good, you won't find any problem. हाँ बेटा, यदि आप रिवीजन पे ही फोकस करोगे तो भी पूरा समझ में आएगा. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू आस्क यू क्वेश्चंस फॉर दिस रूल्स एंड ऑल. सो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू कैन टेल मी रूल्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स? आप जो लोगों ने पास्ट सेशन देखा हुआ है दे कैन आंसर. ओके, तो आप लोग आंसर दे सकते हो इन कमेंट सेक्शन. एंड दोज हु हैव नॉट वॉच, प्लीज फोकस फॉर नेक्स्ट 10 minutes. इट्स अ हार्ट ऑफ एन अकाउंट. सो accounts basically you are aware about double entry system. Now double entry system is divided in 2 ways. How many ways, beta? There are 2 ways for double entry system. Yes, you can write it in 100 pages notebook. You can write this in 100 pages notebook. तो जो लोगों को लिखना है, yes, सभी बच्चे लिख लो फास्ट. ओके, डबल एंट्री सिस्टम. चलो स्टार्ट कीजिए. डबल एंट्री सिस्टम, 100 पेजेस नोटबुक बेटा. You can write this. Now, there are 2 types of rules. One is traditional and one is modern approach. Rules, there are 2 approaches for accounting. One is traditional approach and one is modern approach. You can write all these things. बेटा फटाफट लिख लीजिए. मोहम्मद अरशद ने बहुत अच्छे से बताया. बेटा पार्थ तिलोकानी, आई थिंक आपने रूल्स अच्छे से देखे नहीं हैं. सर्वेश कोरडे, बेटा आपने भी रूल्स अच्छे से देखे नहीं हैं. ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच एंड मॉडर्न अप्रोच. राइट डाउन. आफ्टर दैट सेकंड चार्ट, ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच. राइट डाउन ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच. It is divided in 3 parts. Traditional approach is divided in 3 parts. One is personal account. Second one is real account. And third one is nominal account. Personal, real, nominal. Personal account, please focus. Now 100% focus is required. Very good, beta Varnika. Personal and real account are carried to balance sheet. Are carried. See the word. It is carry. Carry means, here, what do you mean by carry? Balance also reflect. Balance also reflect in next year. So this is called as carry. Okay. So whenever we are going to close these accounts, we carry it. Sir, what is carry? You will understand it in the ledger accounts. Okay. And trial balance. So wait for some days. One day, beta. One day, wait kar lijiye. You are going to understand this. Personal and real account are carried to balance sheet. Very easy. Okay. And nominal accounts are transferred to profit and loss account. See, now what is transferred? Balance becomes 0. Transfer means balance becomes 0. It will not carry in the next year. So nominal accounts are transferred to P&L. Sir, very simple. Personal and real account are carried to balance sheet and nominal accounts are transferred to P&L. Minimum 10 times. Minimum 10 times you have to revise this. Okay. Today at home, मैं 3 बार मैं revision ले लेता हूँ. Sir, personal and real account are carried to balance sheet. Nominal accounts are transferred to P&L. Okay. So personal and real account are carried to balance sheet. Nominal accounts are transferred to P&L. Personal and real account are carried to balance sheet. Nominal accounts are transferred to P&L. Yes, speak loudly. कोई हंसने वाला नहीं आप पे. ठीक है, कोई भी हंसने वाला नहीं है. जोर जोर से बोलना है. चलो एक बार वापस, घर पे सब लोग जोर से बोलेंगे. स्पीक लाउडली. पर्सनल एंड रियल अकाउंट आर carried to balance sheet. Nominal accounts are transferred to P&L. Okay, sir. Okay. Yes. So now we understood. Chalo. अभी कमेंट सेक्शन में लिख लीजिए, चलो फटाफट फटाफट एवरीवन। पर्सनल एंड रियल अकाउंट, चलो याद करो याद करो। पर्सनल एंड रियल अकाउंट आर कैरीड टू बैलेंस शीट, नॉमिनल अकाउंट्स आर ट्रांसफर्ड टू पी एंड एल। ओके, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड। चलो बेटा फास्ट। Those students who have written beta personal account started with debit the receiver, credit the giver, they have not watched my previous session. Okay, chalo, yes, write down in comment section. Chalo फटाफट फटाफट फटाफट, we do not have time, we have to solve maximum questions. Very good very good very good. If you write it in the comment section beta, your focus is 100%. Okay, itna मैं बोलूंगा. Those students, so it will be interactive session. Those who are watching on YouTube, let it be interactive. ऐसा समझो कि सर मेरे साथ ऑफलाइन में खड़े हैं, फेस टू फेस में सर सिखा रहे हैं, मैं सर को समझ रहा हूं, सर सभी चीजें मैं अच्छे से कनेक्ट कर रहा हूं। 100% मेरा फोकस है, जो सर बता रहे उसी के ऊपर मेरा फोकस है 100%। बिल्कुल भी ये दिमाग में मत लीजिए कि आप ऑफलाइन क्लासेस में नहीं हो, आप ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में हो, ये बिल्कुल लगने मत दीजिए। ऐसा समझो सर मेरे साथ यहाँ पे मेरे बाजू में है। ओके, चलो, so everyone is ready beta. Personal and real account are carried to balance sheet, nominal accounts are transferred to P and L. Okay sir, okay okay okay, everyone has written, everyone has written. चलिए, बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया। Yes, now we will move to first concept. Now first rule, this is a personal account. Okay, personal account, write down personal account. Personal account are related to persons, might be natural and artificial. Personal account is related to persons, natural and artificial. Natural means what? Natural means, example, हम तुम, बेटा you and me. Okay, you and me are बेटा हम तुम is natural person. Okay, हम तुम मैंने लिखा है, you and me are natural person. Okay, and what are artificial person? Example, बेटा company, banks, cooperative societies. Okay, then financial institution, beta Muthoot Finance. These are artificial persons. So artificial persons beta, yes, and rule is applicable to both. Okay, so personal account should not bifurcate per natural person and artificial person. They can't bifurcate. ऐसा bifurcation नहीं होएगा natural कौन और artificial कौन, उनके लिए सभी एक ही है. Okay, चलिए. So now when personal account is open, personal account is opened if due relationship exists. If due relationship exists. Sir, what is due relationship? Tell me, what is due relationship? When beta due relationship means, we will bifurcate. If purchases on credit or expenditure on credit, whatever expenses you incurred, it is on credit. उधारी करके आया, उधारी करके आया तो पर्सनल अकाउंट को ओपन करना है. हाँ सर, वी गॉट द कॉन्सेप्ट. पर्सनल अकाउंट कब ओपन होगा? इफ एक्सपेंडिचर और परचेसेस अकाउंट आर ऑन क्रेडिट एंड बेटा इनकम और सेल ऑन क्रेडिट. सर कैश ट्रांजैक्शन होगा तो सर कैश ट्रांजैक्शन में पर्सनल अकाउंट क्यों ओपन करेंगे? इफ यू बाय समथिंग फ्रॉम अ मॉल, so mall wala is not going to record your name if you are paying him cash. Okay, now assume if you are my student, now you all are my student and you have taken admission in my face to face classes. Sir, I will record your name for my record purpose. Okay, I will record your name, but suppose assume, so your entry of names will be there in my register. But suppose if I am one shopkeeper who is selling Maggie, beta, if you have paid me cash and I sold you Maggie, beta, should I record your name in that case, or I will just record yes, cash received, cash to income? I will not record your name. Why there is need of 10 rupees or 15 rupees के लिए names क्यों लिखूंगा मैं? I won't record because amount is very immaterial. I will record cash account debit to sale. Okay, I won't record your name. But when I will record your name, when there is a udhari, due relationship, credit. I have not taken cash from you. I sold goods. But beta, you told me, sir, I will pay you after 5 days. So now I will maintain your account in my books. Oh. So when to open personal account? When to open personal account if due relationship is existing. Or when you are doing proper accounting, though you are paying cash, but cash is beta material cash. For example, if you are paying me 30,000, I won't directly pass entry cash account debit to tuition fees. First, I will pass entry by your name because amount is huge amount. So I won't record directly the entry. So two options. One, if credit transactions are there, and second, when amount is material, matlab badi amount hai, and it's better to record your name. So first I will pass entry of due relationship. So what is due relationship? Due relationship means if I'm incurring expenditure and I want to pay it in back after some days, so it is called as payable. What is called as payable. And if I sold some goods or if I'm generating any income, it is called as receivable. Sir, रिसीवेबल कब होता है? जब मुझे पैसा मिलने वाला है. सर, अकाउंटिंग भाषा में इसको डेटर बुलाते हैं. अकाउंटिंग भाषा में इसको डेटर बुलाते हैं एंड पेबल को इट इज कॉल्ड एज क्रेडिटर. सो रिसीवेबल मीन्स अ डेटर and payable means a creditor. So note it down. What is important concept? When there is a due relationship means when I want to open your account in my books, I will open your name, account by your name. In that case, it is called as due relationship. Okay, sir, I got the concept. Expenses or purchases on credit and income or sale on credit. Sir, whenever there is expenses, it is called as creditor. And whenever it is income, it is called as debtor. So who exists beta? Debtor aega. Paisa aega na mujhe. So now you only tell me, what are the examples of creditors? Chalo, one by one. Examples when creditor will exist. Okay, chalo. Example dije when creditors will exist. Yes. Okay. So many of you are not aware about when to open personal account. Personal account is opened if due relationship exists. Due relation मतलब उधारी पे आया तो personal account open करने का. Okay. So purchase goods on credit, सैलरी पेएबल, देन बेटा पर्सन का अकाउंट होगा पेएबल, आई वांट टू पे सैलरी, सर electricity expenses I want to pay to MSEB. Now Maharashtra State Electricity Board, because I am living in Maharashtra. So MSEB for us. So beta electricity expenses when it is payable. So I will open electricity expenses account debit to MSEB. Creditor. Okay. Now this creditor always shows credit balance. Now science background students. In accountancy, we open one type of ledger. This is T format. Yes, beta, not strategic timeout. This is not strategic timeout. This is ledger. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? ये ledger है. ऐसा T format में दिखता है. ये देखो T है ना? हाँ, ऐसा दिखता है. तो T मतलब क्या? तो इसकी left hand side is called as debit and right hand side is called as credit. When you record first time on left hand side, it is called as debit balance. Okay, so there are rules for accounting. Science background student, लिखने के दो dual aspect. Every debit has credit. Debit representative, credit representative. R stands for representation. So left hand side, instead of left hand side, this Lucadi passively, he developed these rules of accounts. So instead of left hand side, he decided it is a debit side. Left नहीं बोलने का, क्या बोलने का? Left नहीं बोलने का, debit बोलने का. And right hand side पे if you started your posting of the ledger account, it is called as credit. So some accounts it represents left hand side balance. And some accounts represents right hand side balance. So बेटा right hand side को क्या बोलेंगे? Credit. And left hand side को क्या बोलेंगे? Debit. So समझ में आया? पूरा मेमोरी में गया सर, पूरा मेमोरी में एकदम बैठ गया अभी. ओके, तो पूरा 100% समझ में आया सर? हाँ जी, अभी तक का पूरा समझ में आया? ओके, वेरी गुड. छा गए तुम लोग बेटा, पूरी कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आ रही है. हाँ, कुछ बच्चों ने बोला है बैंक लोन. चलो इज्जत देता हूं इसी को भी. बैंक लोन इज वन टाइप ऑफ बेटा पेबल. और क्या बच्चों ने किया है देखते हैं? लोन फ्रॉम बैंक. ओके, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. नाउ सम स्टूडेंट्स, अभी ये पुरंजय सिंह, इन्होंने लिखा है सोल्ड गुड्स ऑन क्रेडिट. अरे भाई, सोल्ड गुड्स ऑन क्रेडिट. सो पैसा, माल बेचने के बाद बेटा पैसा आएगा या जाएगा रे? परचेस करने के बाद थोड़ा सोचना बेटा, परचेस करने के बाद पैसा देना पड़ेगा. पैसा सेल करने के बाद, ये तो कोई भी बेटा हेरा गेरा भी बोलेगा जिसको अकाउंट का ज्ञान नहीं है. अकाउंट्स का ज्ञान नहीं वो भी बंदा बताएगा कि भाई परचेस में कर रहा हूं तो परचेस करने के बाद मुझे पैसा देना पड़ेगा. ऐसा कैसा होगा? सेल करने के बाद कोई पैसा देता है? ये लो गुड्स रखो, आप मॉल में गए शॉपिंग करके आए, ये गुड्स बेचे वो मॉल वाले ने, ऊपर से आपको पैसा भी दे देगा क्या वो? मतलब क्या तू घाटे में निकालेगा क्या पूरा बिजनेस? बेटा मन लगा के पढ़ो, ऐसा मैं बोलो. आप आंसर देने के पहले ना, आप मेरे सामने नहीं हो इसलिए मैं बता रहा हूं. हाँ चलो, किसी ने बोला है बिल्स पेएबल. यस यस, आयुषी बोथरा बोल रही है सर आपका एक्सप्लेनेशन बहुत बढ़िया है. बेटा थैंक यू बेटा, थैंक यू, सो नाइस ऑफ यू. समझ में आ रहा है ना बेटा तुझे? बस इतना मेरे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, बिल्स पेएबल. चलो एक बंदे ने बिल्स पेएबल लिखा, अरे वाह. चलो इंटरेस्ट पेएबल भी लिखा. चलो एक बंदे ने बोला सर इंटरेस्ट, लोन लिया तो उसके ऊपर इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ेगा ना, ये इंटरेस्ट पेएबल भी बेटा पर्सनल अकाउंट ही जाएगा. यस यस यस, बहुत बढ़िया. हाँ वेरी गुड. सैलरी के साथ साथ एक कोई तो बोल रहा है रेंट पेएबल. अरे एवरीथिंग पेएबल बेटा, इट्स अ क्रेडिट बैलेंस. चलो बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स लिख ले. ओके, सो इट्स अ पेएबल क्रेडिटर. सर पूरा दिमाग में घुस गया. हाँ हाँ हाँ, एकदम इजी, एकदम इजी. ठीक है, अभी इसके एग्जाम्पल दो सर. अभी देखो, कुछ बच्चे इतने क्रिएटिव होते हैं, एक बच्चे ने लिखा कैश बैक ऑन सेल्स. मतलब ये एक दूसरी दुनिया में चले जाते हैं, नाम नहीं लूंगा. अभी कैश बैक ऑन सेल्स, अभी इतना क्यों सोच रहा है भाई? सिंपल ट्रांजैक्शन. पहले तो इधर सिंपल वाला नहीं समझ में आता है, कैशबैक का कैसे मैं अकाउंटिंग करूंगा? बाबा रहने दे, इतना क्रिएटिव मत होना. यस, चलिए नाउ रिसीवेबल. चलो गिव सम एग्जांपल्स ऑफ रिसीवेबल. सोल्ड गुड्स But sir, sold goods on credit. Sir, sold goods on credit. हाँ. Sold goods on credit is example of debtor. यहाँ पे क्या होगा? I will sell goods. Okay. And after that amount is receivable. Na beta, goods are sold. So I will collect money from that banda afterwards, but not immediately. Immediately kiya to beta cash transaction. Cash transaction, then person is not involved. If you want to involve that person, said the two entries you have to pass. Whenever you are opening any personal account, you have to pass two entries. Remember, okay. After first one is due, and after that, beta settlement. Okay, settlement is a receiver-giver position. Receiver-giver position is of settlement. Okay. Okay. Next one. Beta interest oblique dividend receivable. Interest oblique dividend receivable. When beta, I am a chartered accountant, I have provided some services to my clients. So professional fees, receivable. Beta, I am owning one property. Okay. And in that, I am going to receive some rent. So beta, rent receivable. Rent, when you are using that property and you are not owner of that property, then it is rent payable. If you are owner and someone is using that property, in that case, it is rent receivable. Okay. So rent receivable. In that case, that party is your debtor. Okay. That party is your debtor. Sir, understood. Sir, understood. So beta, whenever लक्ष्मी जी आने वाली है अपने पास, तो ये डेटर होएगा, और लक्ष्मी जी अपने से जाने वाली है जिसके पास, वो हमारा क्रेडिटर होगा. तो बहुत आसान है डेटर और क्रेडिटर को समझ में लेना. तो मैं बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में इसमें जाएगा नहीं. आप पिछले लेक्चर्स में वो थोड़ा मैंने उसमें दक्ष वगैरह का एग्जांपल्स दिया है, तो आप लोग उसको देख लेना. ओके. सो यहाँ पे मैंने मेरे साइड से बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन कर दिया कि परचेस अकाउंट पर्सनल अकाउंट कब ओपन करना है. इफ ड्यू रिलेशनशिप एग्जिस्ट, तो पहला रिलेशन है ड्यू रिलेशनशिप. एंड डेटर ऑलवेज शोज लेफ्ट हैंड साइड बैलेंस, मतलब बेटा डेबिट बैलेंस. सर पूरा अंडरस्टूड. चलो, सो वन मोर टाइम. ओके. ड्यू रिलेशनशिप डेबिट. सो व्हाट इज द रूल बेटा? रूल. नाउ रेड पेन से रूल लिखना है. डेबिट द डेटर, क्रेडिट द क्रेडिटर, रिसीवेबल, creditor payable. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. And when this relationship exists, beta, if there is due relationship. Okay. Sir, understood. Due relationship, whenever we are selling goods on credit basis. ड्यू कब होता है? क्रेडिट बेसिस. उधारी जब आएगी तो हमें ड्यू रिलेशनशिप को ओपन करना है. वी विल ओपन दैट पर्सन्स अकाउंट. ओके सर. ओके. सो फर्स्ट रिलेशनशिप आई अंडरस्टूड. Receiving giving relationship. Now in personal account, second relationship is receiving giving. And what is this relationship talks about? It is that person, he settled your account or either you settled his account. Okay. So now see. Here I will prepare your debit balance, that person. So when you sold something, so debtor, बेटा डेटर जो है वो अकाउंट आपने ओपन किया. व्हेन यू ओपन डेटर अकाउंट, व्हेन यू सोल्ड ऑन क्रेडिट. ओके. एंड व्हेन क्रेडिटर इज ओपन बेटा, So credit showing left right hand side, you have recorded purchases on credit. Purchases on credit. Okay. Now beta, when he pays you, that debtor, now first focus on debtor. When debtor beta, he settles his accounts. Okay, मतलब you received cash. You received cash. मैंने किसी को उधारी पे माल बेचा था, तो उसने मुझे कैश दे दिया. उसने मुझे कैश दे दिया. So he becomes giver. He becomes giver. Now his accounts is 0. I sold goods of 100 and he pays me cash of ₹100. अरे उसका अकाउंट सेटल हो गया ना 5 दिन के बाद. So his accounts get settled. Okay, sir, we understood this. So he becomes giver. When he settled his account, he becomes giver. Sir, I purchased something from Mr. X. So he is my creditor. And now, sir, I paid him cash. Oh, I paid him cash. I settled his account. Now he settled. Then beta, he is giver. Then I settled his account. When I settled, I paid him. That person becomes receiver. So receiver is showing debit balance. Okay. I bought mal of ₹200 and I settled his account. When I settled his account, I will call it as beta receiver. So this is a second relationship for settlement. So see, debit को क्या किया? Debit, you can see here, debit is a receiver. Okay, you have written on the debit side when he settled his account. So got the logically? Yes, beta. Logically समझ में आया क्या? So who is the receiver? Creditor becomes receiver. Beta, creditor becomes receiver. And who is a giver? Beta, you can see here, giver. Debtor becomes giver. Okay. Giver, credit the giver. And who becomes giver, beta? First he was debtor and now after settlement he becomes giver. Okay. Sir, at the time of settlement, receiver, giver. But normally students make mistake. They don't understand receiving giving relationship. So in study material also, means I'm not saying that Lukadi passively, he derived something, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Sanket sir has only added one point in that. Okay, receiver giver, nothing wrong beta. But first, any relationship sir starts with na debtor creditor. Debtor creditor हुआ तो receiver giver होगा. दिमाग में बैठ गया क्या बच्चों? Yes, tell me yes or no. Are you getting this concept in detail? चलो बैठ गया क्या दिमाग में? रिसीवर कौन होएगा? रिसीवर सर, क्रेडिटर बिकम्स रिसीवर. चलो 5 बार बोलने का अभी अपने को. सर, फर्स्ट वन, डेबिट द डेटर, क्रेडिट द क्रेडिटर. Then debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debtor becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver. Simple. Slowly. Debit, second time. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. चलो जोर से speak loudly. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debtor becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver. So third time. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debtor becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver. Fourth time, sir. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debtor becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver. Fifth time, sir. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debtor becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver. Chalo, fast. Write down in comment section. Okay, friends. Easy check concept. Ekdam clear. Sir, these are fundamentals. Once you understood these rules of accounts, any chapter nikalna, any chapter from your study material, you will find it easy. I just have to work on your basics. ये ना आपका slab है. एक बार ये अच्छे से मार दिया और आरसीसी कर दिया ना, पिलर्स तो अपने आप खड़े हो जाएंगे. बिल्डिंग कब बन जाएगी आपको समझ में भी नहीं आएगा. इंटर फाइनल तक बोल रहा हूं, पर ये भूल गए ना, ये स्लैब है बेटा, पूरा डिगिंग करना पड़ेगा. ये जहां से यहां से पूरा का पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट होता है. ये पिलर्स है आपके, यहाँ पे फंडामेंटल्स है. ये स्ट्रॉन्ग, पूरा बिल्डिंग अच्छे से खड़ा होगा. ये वीक, बिल्डिंग कभी खड़ा नहीं होगा. ये याद रखिए. ये इसीलिए टाइम दे रहा हूं. इसीलिए टाइम दे रहा हूं कि ये आपका कंस्ट्रक्शन एकदम अच्छा होना चाहिए. ओके एवरीवन, चलो नाउ आई विल आस्क यू 5 questions. यस, 5 questions बेटा फॉर डेटर क्रेडिटर. 5 नहीं, 3 questions. लेट्स सी हु इज आंसरिंग वेरी फास्ट एंड सी. मैं इधर बुक्स पूछूंगा, किसके बुक से वो पूछूंगा मैं. हाँ, एंड यू हैव टू टेल मी रिलेशन डेटर और क्रेडिटर. ओके, चलो फर्स्ट वन. टेकन बैंक लोन. टेकन बैंक लोन, दिस इज अ ट्रांजैक्शन. Wait. So I have taken bank loan and books of bank. So for bank, tell me it's a debtor. Number one, you have to write answer one and answer. Okay, one and answer. So for one first, for first, beta, tell me for bank. Yes, who is answering for bank? Whether me is a debtor or creditor. Yes, अभी देखो राज विश्वास ने पहली गलती कर दी. अरे बैंक के लिए, बैंक ने लोन दिया रे मुझे, बैंक, आई हैव टेकन लोन फ्रॉम द बैंक. सो बैंक के लिए इट इज रिसीवेबल फ्रॉम मी, फ्रॉम एसेस. बेटा लोन तो लेगा ना बैंक वापस, सो वापस पैसा लेगा. सो बैंक के लिए क्या होएगा? इट्स अ डेटर. ओके, इट्स अ डेटर. हाँ, फॉर बैंक इट इज अ डेटर. दोज हु आंसर क्रेडिटर, बख्श दो बेटा, मैं इससे ज्यादा आपको नहीं सिखा सकता. आपको सोचना ही नहीं है, और सोच कम तो सीए कम, इतना बोल रखता हूं. ओके, सोचना ही नहीं है तो आप लोगों को मैं कुछ हेल्प नहीं कर पाऊंगा. अभी इतना इजीली सिखा कि आपको यह सोचना नहीं है कि बैंक के बुक्स में देखो, बैंक के बुक्स में पैसा आएगा ना रे बेटा. लोन दिया बैंक ने, वापस आपसे पैसा लेगा ना बैंक? या बैंक आपको लोन भी देना है और वापस बैंक आपको फ्यूचर में पेमेंट करेगा क्या? कुछ भी बोलते हैं कुछ बच्चे. चलो सेकंड वन. सेकंड वन, सैलरी टू क्लर्क. In the books of Sanket sir, I have to pay salary to my clerk. Okay. ओके, यस बेटा मनीष जैन, आपका चैट मुझे दिख रहा है, सबके चैट मुझे दिख रहे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. जो बच्चे गलत आंसर देते, नंबर 2 का आंसर बताइए. नंबर 2 का आंसर. चलो 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 फास्ट. आज से जो बच्चा लाइव में अटेंड नहीं करेगा बेटा, मैं कुछ भी नहीं बोलूंगा. जो लोग रिकॉर्डेड देख रहे, देखने दो, पर लाइव में जो मजा आएगा ना आपको, वही मजा रहेगा. यस, सेकंड आंसर, हु आंसर वेरी फास्ट. ये देखो काजी. बेटा ये काजी देखो, ये भाई साहब ने डेटर लिख दिया. अरे मैं सैलरी, मेरे मेरे बुक से मैं सैलरी देने वाला हूं, तो सैलरी जिसको दूंगा इट्स पेबल टू मी ना बेटा. इट इज पेबल फ्रॉम मी, सो इट इज पेबल टू मी, पेबल फ्रॉम माय एंगल. सो डेटर कैसे होगा? क्रेडिटर. डेटर देने वाले लोग क्या बोलने का, अभी छोड़ो बेटा. पार्थ तिलोकानी जी, टाइम पास मत कीजिए ग्रुप पे आके. दिस इज ऑफिशियल चैनल एंड यू आर ऑन बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज ऐप, यू आर नॉट इन एनी प्राइवेट क्लासेस. तो फालतू चैटिंग मत कीजिए और ऐसे ब्लैंक मैसेजेस तो मत भेजो. हाँ, हर्ष प्रजापति को देखो, हर्ष प्रजापति आई थिंक मारवाड़ी इंसान दिख रहा है, बराबर लिख रहा है. क्या लिख रहा है सर? लक्ष्मी जाएगी, लक्ष्मी जाने वाली है तो क्रेडिटर है. वेरी गुड. ओके, वेरी गुड. सो यस, नेक्स्ट वन. हाँ, इन द बुक्स ऑफ एसेस इट इज क्रेडिटर. चलो थर्ड वन. थर्ड वन बेटा, इन्वेस्टेड इन फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट. I have invested, SS invested in fixed deposit in SBI Bank. So you have to tell me in the bank's books. Okay. So in the bank books, third answer. I want 3 and answer. Beta. Write down 3 and answer. Or please answer it. Please. Every one of you. और जो बच्चे वाहियात चीजें लिखते हैं बेटा, आपकी पूरी कुंडली हमारे पास है. Manish Jain, अरे वाह, this time answer fast answer by SRO student. Number 3, Namrata Rani Singh creditor, debtor. अरे श्वेता पिंगड़े जी, अरे मैंने बैंक में एफडी किया, मैं बैंक में एफडी करूंगा तो बैंक वालों के पास वो एफडी है, बैंक को वो इंटरेस्ट मुझे वापस देना पड़ेगा. सो बैंक वाले के लिए पैसा देना पड़ेगा ना रे बेटा. बैंक वाले के एंगल से देख, इन द बुक्स ऑफ बैंक, बैंक को वो पैसा देना है मुझे. सो डेटर होगा या क्रेडिटर होऊंगा? मैं बैंक के लिए क्रेडिटर होऊंगा ना रे. सिंपल है कि नहीं? अभी ये कैसे नहीं समझ में आता? थोड़ा सा सोचे ना, मुझे पैसा देना है या लेना है? देना लेना इतना ही याद रखो. देना है तो क्रेडिटर, लेना है तो डेटर. बस समझ में ही नहीं आता. अभी कहां से सीए होंगे इस हिसाब से? डेटर क्रेडिटर ही नहीं समझ में आता. Those who answer debtor, please think positively. एक बार आत्म परीक्षण कीजिए. पटेल मुस्ताक, डेटर ठीक है. दो यू आर गिविंग रॉन्ग आंसर, इट्स ओके, बट थोड़ा सोचिए कि बैंक के बुक्स में पैसा देना पड़ेगा कि नहीं. एंड एक्सेप्ट योर मिस्टेक एंड राइट डाउन, सर यस आई विल इंप्रूव माई सेल्फ. आप लोग लिख दीजिए. अभी मैं कुछ नहीं बोल सकता. श्रुति पाठक, इजी तो छे पर लोगों ने आवતું નથી. હવે શું કરવાનું? તું કયો. તો ઇન્વેસ્ટેડ ઇન ફિક્સ ડિપોઝિટ નથી સમજતું. इझी आहे पण करायचंच नाहीये. चलो कोई बात नहीं. फिक्स डिपॉजिट मतलब क्या? अरे एफडी समझ में नहीं आता एट दिस स्टेज. यू आर इन फाउंडेशन बेटा. फिक्स डिपॉजिट, अरे मेरे मम्मी पापा ने जब सेविंग किया था तो बैंक में पहले पैसा रखते थे. फिक्स डिपॉजिट पता नहीं है बेटा. 4 टाइप के अकाउंट्स होते हैं: सेविंग अकाउंट, एफडी अकाउंट, रिकरिंग अकाउंट, करंट अकाउंट. अभी ये तो बेटा हम लोगों को स्कूल लेवल पे, ये स्कूल लेवल पे सिखाया जाता है शायद से. फिक्स डिपॉजिट, फाउंडेशन का बच्चा बोलेगा सर फिक्स डिपॉजिट क्या होता है, तो क्या बोलने का अभी? ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. चलो आई रिमेंबर माई 9th स्टैंडर्ड डेज. मेरे पापा ना तब शेयर्स आते थे, डिविडेंड का डायरेक्ट ऑनलाइन अकाउंट में पैसा नहीं जमता था. मुझे 9th स्टैंडर्ड अभी भी याद है. 8-9 स्टैंडर्ड, 8-9 से ही मैंने शुरू कर दिया था. और हमें जो डिविडेंड आता था ना, स्कूल होने के बाद पापा मुझे भेजते थे कि जाने का बैंक में. वो जॉब को जाते थे, बैंक में जाने का और डिविडेंड भर के आने का. तो वो फॉर्म मुझे तो पता भी नहीं रहता था, ऐसा अकाउंट नंबर लिखने का, ये लिखने का, वो सब हम लोग 8-9 स्टैंडर्ड में करते थे. और ये बच्चा फाउंडेशन में मुझे पूछ रहा है फिक्स डिपॉजिट क्या है. अभी क्या बोलूं, भगवान ही बचाए सबको. ओके. अरे बेटा ललित मोहन, जानवी पारेख बोल रहे हैं सर यूर वे ऑफ स्पीकिंग मेक मोर इंटरेस्टेड इन दिस, मोर इंटरेस्ट इन सेशन. ओके, अच्छा मैं क्या फनी बोलता हूँ बेटा? चलिए कोई बात नहीं. ट्रांजैक्शंस तो समझ में आए सर. यस, नाउ डेटर क्रेडिटर बहुत हो गया. डेटर क्रेडिटर के ऊपर कुंडली कर दी, इसकी निकाल दी एकदम आराम से. अभी डेटर क्रेडिटर समझ में आना ही चाहिए. डेटर बिकम्स गिवर, क्रेडिटर बिकम्स रिसीवर. आज दिन भर में कम से कम 100 बार बोलना, कम से कम. जाते आते रोड पे जा रहे तो भी बोलना डेटर बिकम्स गिवर, क्रेडिटर बिकम्स रिसीवर. डेबिट द डेटर, क्रेडिट द क्रेडिटर. रैप बनाना इसके ऊपर. यस बेटा, डेबिट द डेटर, क्रेडिट द क्रेडिटर, डेबिट द रिसीवर, क्रेडिट द गिवर, डेटर बिकम्स गिवर, क्रेडिटर बिकम्स रिसीवर. ओके एवरीवन, यू हैव टू स्पीक इट लाउडली. मैं 10 बार बोलूंगा, 50 बार मिनिमम, 100 बार मिनिमम. आज रास्ते पे जाते जाते भी यही बोलना है. डेबिट द डेटर, क्रेडिट द क्रेडिटर. डेबिट द रिसीवर, क्रेडिट द गिवर. डेटर बिकम्स गिवर, क्रेडिटर बिकम्स रिसीवर. और मेरी हर सेशन की शुरुआत अभी इसी से होगी. ओके. नो 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 बेटा, नाउ बस बस हो गया. नाउ सेकंड फुल, राइट डाउन. रियल अकाउंट. रियल अकाउंट. ओके. अरे बेटा, रैप का स्पेलिंग तो ललित अच्छे से लिख. अलग हो गया वो, कितना गंदा मीनिंग हो गया. रियल अकाउंट. नेक्स्ट वन, रियल अकाउंट. रियल अकाउंट बेटा रिलेटेड टू एसेट्स. Assets means what? Like plant and machinery, furniture, cash, land, building, all these assets. So बेटा पर्सनल अकाउंट हो गया. अभी एसेट्स पे आते हैं जो मेरे साथ हमेशा रहने वाले. एसेट्स इन फ्यूचर, नॉट फॉर 1 ईयर, मोर देन 1 ईयर. More than 1 year. Might be cash is less than 1 year, but more than 1 year is normally called it as fixed asset. And इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Fixed asset. And what are less than 1 year is called as current asset. Less than 1 year. Okay. So fixed asset is more than 1 year and current asset is less than 1 year. Okay. चलिए. Okay. Cash is a current asset. And now this asset either comes to you, what comes in, or it is going out from you, what goes out. So if you purchase asset, yes beta, if you purchase asset, it comes in. And if you sold asset, it goes out. Okay. So comes in or goes out. It's very simple rule. Left hand side is more if asset is purchased. And right hand side is more if you sold any asset. So debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So real account कैसे दिखेगा? Real account का T format निकाला तो here it comes in and here is goes out. So this is debit, left hand side debit, right hand side credit. You have to apply this rule. Now how to apply? It's an action part. First learn these accounts. चलिए. Next. And now, third one, nominal account. Yes, one more question to you. Should I give you it in the writing or should I show you the yes slides beta? PPT presentation, PowerPoint presentation बताऊं या आपको लिखना है मेरे साथ या ऐसे लिखना है आपको? Is one more question to you. Writing or beta presentation? Direct PPT. Nominal account are related to expense or incomes. Beta only for that year. Only for 1 year. Okay, only for 1 year. लिखना है. Okay, maximum answers writing. PPT वाले से पुरंजय सिंह थे. और कौन था बेचारा PPT वाला? मनीष जैन. दो ही लोग थे, बाकी सब राइटिंग ही बोल रहे. Nominal accounts related to expense or income. Now debit all expense. Now what is expense beta? Which you paid. Or losses. Beta, losses is not paid in cash. Okay. So losses का example, now expenses का example क्या है? Salary. Salary is example of expense. And losses का example है depreciation or bad debts. Yes, beta. It's a loss. You are not paying it, but it is reduced from your income. Okay. So depreciation, you bought one asset. Depreciation means what? Reduction in the value of asset. Reduction in the value of asset is called as depreciation. So depreciation is a reduction in the value. So it's a loss. Bad debts. I sold something on credit. उधारी पे माल बेचा. But सामने वाला बेटा निकला गद्दार. गद्दार निकला सामने वाला. Okay. He has not paid my money. I sold goods of 1,000 and 500 rupees is not recoverable. Okay. So it is called as bad debts. It's a loss. Credit all incomes or gain. Gain means beta, gain on sale of asset. Income means which is received. Income which is received. And gain is not actually received the amount. It is called as gain. Okay. So gain ka example, gain on sale of asset. So this is nominal account. Remember, these accounts are only for 1 year and it is transferred to P&L. It is transferred to P&L, nominal accounts. Okay. So nominal accounts are transferred to P&L. Okay. ठीक है बच्चों. Everyone understood beta? Nominal accounts? Chalo. So nominal accounts are related to expenses or incomes. Expenses, advertisement is expenses. Rent is expenses. Bad debt depreciation is loss. And credit all incomes and gains. Okay. Expenses or naya beta. Here it is and. All expenses and gains. Income and gains. चलिए. So first thing, कितना टाइम लगता है देखो 5 बार बोलने को. लेट्स काउंट द टाइम. 5 बार सभी रूल्स बोलने को कितना टाइम लगता है? आज घर पे आपको 100 बार बोलना है. डेबिट द डेटर, क्रेडिट द क्रेडिटर. डेबिट द रिसीवर, क्रेडिट द गिवर. डेटर becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver. Real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. आराम से बोला तो 17 minutes 96 milliseconds. 17 seconds 96 milliseconds. Okay, 17 seconds, not minutes, seconds. And fast बोला तो देखते हैं. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debtor becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. 7 seconds. 7 seconds जब फास्ट बोलोगे. फास्ट थोड़ा टाइम के बाद बोलना. ओके. पहले स्टार्टिंग में आज प्रैक्टिस करनी है सबको और हर लेक्चर के पहले ये बोलना है आपको. ओके. एवरीवन विल राइट दिस रूल्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स every time before my session. Okay. चलिए. Now modern approach. Before break beta, modern approach. Modern approach talks about equation. Modern approach talks about equation. Yes. बेटा बेनिफिट अलग बात है. खर्चा तो एक ही बार गया ना बेटा राज. बेनिफिट मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा ऐसा बोल सकता हूं क्या? नहीं बोल सकते. सो बेनिफिट इज अ डिफरेंट पार्ट. एडवर्टाइजमेंट के बाद यू आर 100% श्योर दैट यू विल गेट द बेनिफिट? नो. Okay, so advertisement is an expenditure, though you are getting benefit for more than 1 year. Okay. Equation. Asset, what is the equation beta? Asset is equal to liability plus capital. So this is the first equation. Asset, debit balance, liability. So you will always post on the left hand side when you start asset account. Liability and capital is also showing credit balance. Now what is asset? Asset means future benefits. In simple language, I have one land. So this is my benefit. Okay. In future, if I sell that asset, I will get some amount. It is called as asset. What is liability? Future obligation. उधारी, कुछ सिर पे उधारी है मेरे, अरे मेरे ऊपर कर्जा है. कर्जा होना मतलब liability. It is called as liability, future obligation. And what is capital? Capital means मालक, मालक जो रहेगा उसका contribution, owner's contribution. It is called as capital. Okay. So this is the first equation. So every debit has a credit. And when you are doing it by equation approach, one asset is increasing, another asset is decreasing. Now what are combination? Beta combination kya honge? So different combination. Asset increases, another asset decreases. So it is tallied. Asset increases means debit. One asset is decreasing, matlab credit. Okay. Similarly, one liability is increasing means credit. One liability is decreasing. It is debit. Tallied. Third combination. So while passing entry, you will get such type of combination, different combination. One asset is increasing, debit. One liability is increasing, credit. So tallied. Debit, credit. One asset is decreasing, credit. And one liability is decreasing, debit. Okay. Or liability or capital. Both are here, beta. And fifth one. One asset is increasing, debit. One liability is decreasing, debit. No, not possible. Fifth situation, not possible. These are possible. Sir, one asset is decreasing, credit. And one liability is increasing, debit. Not possible. Sorry. It is also credit. This is not possible. Okay. So combinations, different combinations and permutations. So beta, here I have given you some combination which are possible and which are not possible. But I will follow traditional approach. My suggestion, I always follow traditional approach instead of equation approach. Traditional approach बढ़िया है. Modern approach भी है, पर बेटा modern approach से ज़्यादा traditional approach. My suggestion. And second equation, income minus expense is equal to profit, or expense minus income is a loss. Okay. Income credit balance, expenses debit balance. Credit is more, profit positive. Positive figure means credit is more. Debit, income credit, debit is more, so loss is more. Loss is more means debit is more, profit is more means credit is more. So this is a second equation. So you have two equations. Income minus expense is equal to profit. Expense minus income is equal to loss. So beta, chaliye, quick revision. So beta, tell me asset which balance? Debit balance. Revision. Liability, credit balance. Capital, credit balance. Expense, debit balance. Income, credit balance. And this is your any transaction Either it is asset or liability or capital or expense or income, and your equation is going to tally asset is equal to liability plus capital, and income minus expenses is equal to profit. Expense minus income is equal to loss. So asset debit balance, liability credit balance, expense debit balance, income credit balance, capital credit balance. Speak loudly. Asset debit balance, liability credit balance, capital credit balance, income credit balance, expense debit balance. Asset debit, liability credit, capital credit, expense debit, income credit, asset debit, liability credit, capital credit, expense debit, income credit, asset debit, liability credit, capital credit, expense debit, income credit. Okay, sir. Finished. So here, these are fundamental rules. आज ही खोपड़ी में फिक्स करना है. ये रूल्स कितना भी चाहे तो भी कोई निकालेगा नहीं, और मन में से जाएगा नहीं. इट्स लाइक 2+2 ऑफ अकाउंट्स. Immediate answer 4. So while passing any entry, we have to focus on these fundamental rules. Very very important session. डेटर कब आएगा? जब हमने सेल किया होगा. या इनकम. डेटर मतलब रिसीवेबल. सर पेबल मतलब क्रेडिटर. जब हमने परचेस किया, पैसा देना है जब हमने परचेस किया या खर्चा किया. डेटर गिवर बन जाएगा. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड गिवर मतलब क्रेडिट हो जाएगा, एंड क्रेडिटर रिसीवर हो जाएगा. सो इसीलिए दूसरा रूल बना डेबिट द रिसीवर क्रेडिट द गिवर, जब वो सेटल करता है अकाउंट्स. ओके, डेबिट द रिसीवर क्रेडिट द गिवर. रिसीवर कौन था पहले? क्रेडिटर. गिवर कौन था पहले? डेटर. तो डेटर बिकम्स गिवर, रिसीवर कौन होगा? क्रेडिटर बिकम्स रिसीवर. पहले उधारी, बाद में सेटलमेंट. Real account debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Nominal account debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So here we have finished with the basic rules of accounts. उसके बाद हमने देखा था modern approach. Real account debit what comes in, credit what goes out, related to things, assets, and nominal account related to expenses or incomes. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Remember personal और real account ये next year में भी carry होते हैं. Nominal accounts are transferred to P&L. उसका balance एक ही साल तक सीमित रहता है. उसके बाद हमने देखा था मॉडर्न अप्रोच. एसेट डेबिट बैलेंस, लाइबिलिटी क्रेडिट बैलेंस, एक्सपेंसेस डेबिट बैलेंस, इनकम क्रेडिट बैलेंस एंड कैपिटल क्रेडिट बैलेंस. तो यहां पे हमारा पूरा का पूरा अकाउंट्स का बेसिक रूल्स ये खत्म होता है. सो दिस इज ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड. बिफोर ब्रेक, आफ्टर ब्रेक, एक्शन टाइम. एवरीवन प्लीज पोस्ट ऑल दीज रूल्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स इन ब्रेक. 10 मिनट में आपको फटाफट टाइप करना है मॉडर्न अप्रोच एंड ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच. आपका ब्रेक में टाइपिंग ही करना है. ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच रूल्स एंड देन मॉडर्न अप्रोच रूल्स. चलो टिल दैट टाइम टेक अ ब्रेक. 10 मिनट का ब्रेक लिया जाए. Let's start with journal chapter, unit number 1. So, unit number 1, double entry system. Let's understand these concepts. Don't write anything. I'm going to share you these notes. It is only systematic, scientific system of accounting. According to it, every transaction has twofold effects, every debit and credit. So left hand side, we write it on the debit side, right hand side is on the credit side. So left hand side and right hand side in simple language, science background student. Double entry system is named since it records both the aspects. So that's why every debit has a credit. Therefore, it is a double entry system. Double entry system as a system which records both aspects of transaction. What are advantages? Accuracy, profit or run or loss suffered you can calculate, financial position, that is balance sheet, much details, and you can compare the results. So these are some points. Advantages of double entry system. You can write on the last day revision notes, 100 pages ke notebook mein. Advantages. So write down unit 2, chapter 2, unit 1. Chapter 2, unit 1, journal. Advantages of double entry system. One, accuracy. B, profit or loss. C, financial position. Details and comparison. Advantages of double entry system. Very good. Everyone has written data basic rules of accounts. Good, good, good. Yes, now it's clear to all of you. Very good. बहुत बढ़िया. If you follow me from the day 1, it will be very easy for you to get throughout this exam in first attempt. So it's request to all of you, please, please, please attend it very sincerely. We can change the cash balance with every transaction, but this will be cumbersome if accounts. Instead, it would be better if all transactions that increases cash balance are recorded in one column and those reduces in another column. So better this is called as T format. Account means debit, credit. Okay. Debit and credit concept, I already explained you this question. Asset minus liability is equal to capital or asset yes minus liability. Effects वगैरह ये मैं आपको बता दूंगा. Transactions, traditional approach, modern approach, I already explained you. Okay. So now we are going to start with traditional approach. हो गया ये बता के. Journal, how to record. Now journal के columns क्या क्या है? Journal columns. Date is the first column. Particulars is the second column. LF is the third column. Then debit amount and credit amount. So these are columns beta. Those who are doing for the first time, date, particulars, LF, debit rupees, credit rupees is the columns. Okay. So very easy. Debit, debit column, credit column. Chalo. What is LF? LF means ledger folio. Folio means page number. Folio means page number. So how to present this answer? Ledger means page number. Remember. अभी हम लोग डायरेक्टली एक्शन पार्ट से शुरू करते हैं. डेट, पर्टिकुलर्स, एलएफ, डेबिट रुपीज, क्रेडिट रुपीज. चलो, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ जर्नल चैप्टर. नाउ 400 pages notebook beta. Write down in 400 pages notebook. चलो जल्दी से लिखो. Yes. Prepare columns. जो कॉलम्स में बता रहा हूं वो कॉलम्स बनाइए. See, you have to present your index first. So this is, yes, chapter 2 in your 400 pages notebook. So beta, please now open your 400 pages notebook. On first page, only on the very first page, that is basic index, which is given in the beta in your notebook. Classmate की notebook होगी तो उसी में रहेगा. So here chapter number, page numbers, and beta name or something. So chapter number 2, unit 1. Now page number might be page number 3, 4, I don't know. On first 2 pages, and name is beta chapter journal. Now 3 to 3 dash beta, I don't know end page number. So you have to fill in the blanks जैसा ये index. This is the first page index. And beta now on suppose for one page beta you left for, leave it for beta your rules of accounts. Okay, rules के लिए पहला पेज छोड़ दीजिए. फर्स्ट पेजेस पे रूल्स लिखना, ट्रेडिशनल एंड मॉडर्न अप्रोच. ऑन फर्स्ट पेज ट्रेडिशनल एंड मॉडर्न अप्रोच फॉर वन पेज. एंड बेटा देन प्रिपेयर इंडेक्स. इंडेक्स फॉर योर यूनिट 2, यूनिट 1, चैप्टर 2, जर्नल. चैप्टर 2, यूनिट 1, जर्नल. इंडेक्स, प्रॉब्लम नंबर, पेज नंबर, रिमार्क्स, कैटेगरी. रिमार्क्स एंड कैटेगरी. प्रॉब्लम नंबर, पेज नंबर, रिमार्क्स एंड कैटेगरी. प्रॉब्लम नंबर, पेज नंबर, रिमार्क्स एंड कैटेगरी. वन पेज बेटा इंडेक्स. टू, हाँ वन पेज मतलब 2 पेजेस. 2 पेजेस का इंडेक्स लिखो. 2 पेजेस का इंडेक्स लिखो. चलो, now we are going to start with questions beta. Now write down after 2 pages का index, then write down beta question number 1. Question number 1, page number. Now how to write in your notebook? Yes, we'll tell you. Illustration 1, page number 2.7. Write down like this. 1, and please maintain your notebook properly. Very important tip from day 1. Those students who are not maintaining their notebook, they will understand the importance of notebook in the month of March or April. Okay, so whenever I'm telling you to write it by red pen, maintain your notebook properly. Okay, chaliye. So illustration 1, page 2.7. Following are the transaction entered into by R. So बेटा किसके बुक से? R के बुक से. And he started the business. Okay. R started business with 5,000 rupees. अच्छा. how to understand the problem, understanding part. Better don't write it in exam. Understanding way. You can write understanding way. Okay. Serial number. I will draw first column. Try to understand columns. Identify accounts. Then identify type. Apply rule. And last one is entry. Okay. For now you can draw it. Serial number. Identify accounts. Identify type. Apply rule. And pass entry. Serial number, identify accounts, identify types, identify, apply rule, and then pass entry. Chalo. Number one, R started business with rupees 5,000. See. Now, which two accounts, beta? R started business with cash. Cash. And second is R. But beta, two accounts are there. Business entity concept says R and business are two different persons. So R is a owner. How to record R's capital? How to record his owner? R's capital represents his ownership. तो ये बिजनेस का ओनर है, ये जानने के लिए हम लोग क्या करते हैं? कैश और आर्स कैपिटल लिखते हैं. कैश कौन से टाइप का अकाउंट है बेटा? रियल. एंड आर्स कैपिटल कौन से टाइप का अकाउंट है? पर्सनल. सो राइट डाउन कैश के आगे रियल एंड आर्स के आगे पर्सनल. बिजनेस में कैश कम्स इन and this cash, now see this cash, now you can apply the rule giver also, but more correct word, business has to return this money. So more correct word is a creditor. But you can assume as a giver also, but more correct is he's a creditor of the business. Okay. So which rule? It's a due relationship because we want to return his money afterwards. So it's a due relationship. You can assume it's as a giver, but more correct way, according to me, account is an art. Okay. So according to me, it is cash account debit to R's capital. So how to write it? Yes, बेटा cash account जो debit होता है ऐसा DR लिखा जाता है, and जो credit होता है we write थोड़ा सा आगे, we have to keep some space to R's capital. This is how you have to write the entry. Okay. Cash account debit to R's capital. So after this, skip one line. Second transaction. Got the first concept, beta? Identify. And this is a yes, beta, rules. This is how, when you are in the learning stage, don't pass entry directly. First identify accounts, then identify type, then apply rule, and then pass entry. Okay. Very, very important. Identify accounts, identify type, apply rule, and then pass entry. He purchased furniture for rupees 1,200. Furniture and cash. Furniture and cash. Real, real. What comes in, beta? Debit, what comes in? Furniture. And credit, what goes out? Cash. So entry is furniture account debit to cash. Furniture account debit to cash account. Simple. Second transaction over. Skip one line. Third one. Salary paid to his clerk. So beta, two accounts. Salary paid. Paid means beta not clerk account. Paid. So cash account. Cash account. Not clerk account. Huh? Clerk account open mat karna. Salary and cash. Nominal. Real. Debit all expenses. This is not loss. Salary is expense. Debit all expenses. Credit what? Goes out. So entry will be salary account debit to cash account. Simple. Salary to cash. Third transaction over. Third transaction over. 4 number. 4 number. Paid rent. Paid rent. Rent and cash. I am not going to ask you this question. Just finish your notebook with me. Rent and cash. Think, rent कौन सा account है? Nominal. And cash is a real. Debit all expenses. Credit what? Goes out. Rent account debit to cash account. Rent account debit to cash. And last one, received interest. Received interest. Cash and interest. Cash and interest. Real. And this is income. Interest income. So it's a nominal. Debit what? Comes in. Credit income. Cash account debit to interest income. Cash account debit to interest income. Cash account debit to interest income. Beta, capital is a liability, Harsh Prajapati, but we are following traditional approach. So, very simple question, beta. Now come to index. And now in exam way. Chalo, jaldi se. Yes, I'm explaining you exam way. From next question, I'm going to explain you it in exam way only. This is the first question. So I have taken in this way. So exam way, beta, how to write? चलो ड्रॉ कीजिए डेट पर्टिकुलर्स LF debit rupees credit rupees. So these are columns. Draw for one page बेटा. Particulars column थोड़ा बड़ा रखना. LF debit rupees credit rupees. Date particulars LF debit rupees credit rupees. So date particulars LF debit rupees credit rupees. Number one, yes, draw fast one page format. Yes, in exam, how to write? Cash account debit. Keep some space to R's capital. Cash account debit to R's capital. 5,000. Now here rupees in thousand. is given in the study material. You can see here rupees in 1000, 5,000, 5,000 being capital introduced. Being capital introduced. After every beta, after every transaction, skip one line and draw like this. Next transaction. Next is he purchased furniture. Furniture comes in, cash goes out. Furniture account debit to cash account being furniture purchased. $1,200. Third one is salary paid, na? Salary paid 1,100. Number 3, salary account debit to cash 1,100 being salary paid. Being salary paid. Rent paid 1150. Rent account debit to cash being rent paid. Being rent paid. And last one, received interest, cash account debit to interest 2,000. This is exam speed beta. Being interest received. Being interest received. Over. You got this exam presentation beta? Easy check एकदम. चलो बोलो जल्दी से, हो गया क्या? Now in index, yes beta. Yes, महक रॉय. आर्स कैपिटल लिखना. Name of the owner is easy to understand. Sole proprietor में ठीक है, पर partnership में we want names, so it's better to write name. इंडेक्स में आ जाओ. इंडेक्स में लिख दो. चलो इंडेक्स में आ जाओ. टॉपिक इंडेक्स. हाँ बेटा, टॉपिक इंडेक्स. टॉपिक इंडेक्स में यू कैन राइट C category question beta. Category means C means beta very simple. A means hard problem. B average. C very simple. Only one entry is important. Paid salary to clerk. So many students pass entry salary and clerk. No, it's salary and cash, not clerk. Okay. Cash account is there, not clerk account. So this is only the difficult transaction. So you can write this paid salary to clerk. Only one transaction is important in unit in problem number 1. Paid salary to clerk, salary and cash, not clerk. Yes, beta. If possible शुभ चतुर्वेदी तो आप पेंसिल और स्केल यूज करना एग्जाम में. LF column beta we won't finish because LF column ledger folio. I will show you ledger folio column when we prepare ledger accounts. ठीक है, चलो सेकंड इलस्ट्रेशन में आ जाइए. सेकंड इलस्ट्रेशन. Develop the accounting equation. So this is question is of accounting equation. So capital means beta credit side. Loan and trade payable is outsider's liability. It's outsider's liability. So it is also credit balance. So these three are showing credit balance. These three, you can box it. 3 are showing credit balance. Fixed asset, inventory, trade receivable. Inventory means stock, and cash and bank balance are showing debit balance. These are assets. So all these 4 are showing debit balance. Let's see your equation is matching or not. 51,000 plus 11,500 plus 5,700. So 68,200 credit balance. 12,800 on calci you can take 22,600 plus 17,500 plus 15,300. This is also showing 68,200. So your equation is matching. Your equation is matching 68,200. What are questions? Reset the equation and find out the profit. Okay. Now at the end also you have to box it beta for capital plus liability and fixed asset plus inventory. So liability is showing beta total 11,500 plus 5,800, 17,300. And asset is showing 12,720 plus 22,900 plus 17,500 plus 15,600. 68,720. Asset total 68,720 minus 17,300. So capital is showing 51,420 balance. This is a balancing figure. And beta, previous capital, you can see previous capital 51,000 and current capital is 51,420. Your capital increases. And now I will give you why capital increases due to profit. So your profit is 51,420 minus 51,000. So your profit is 420. Your profit is 420. Your capital increases due to capital. Opening capital and closing capital difference is profit. Now how to present this answer? Chalo, write down. ILU 2, page number 2.10. ILU 2, page number 2.10. Write down. Asset is equal to liability plus capital. Asset we will write under step 1 and liability we will write under step 2. Okay. After 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, write down step 1. Yes, finish it with me beta. Step 1, asset is equal to liability plus capital. So step 1, asset. which is equal to fixed asset, inventory, trade receivable, and cash and bank balance. Fixed asset plus inventory plus trade receivable. I'm giving you exam presentation plus cash and bank balance. Fixed asset beta 12,720. 12,720 plus 22,900 plus 17,500 plus 15,600. So what is the total beta? 68,720. Step 2, liabilities. In liabilities, you have loan plus trade payable. Loan plus trade payable. So what is the amount of loan beta? 11,500. Sorry. Plus 5,800. What is the total? 17,300. Now I will write this fixed asset and liabilities either 68,720 is equal to 17,300 plus capital. Therefore, capital is equal to 51,420. Box it. And here it is, you can write, this is closing capital. This is closing capital. Over beta. Over beta. चलो जल्दी से बोल दो कमेंट में yes or no. Yes. Now, so we found out a question. In A, still you have to present profit. So A Roman 1 you can write. A Roman 1 and Roman 2 red pen beta. Red pen. Yes, better write down by red pen. Profit is equal to closing capital. Closing capital minus opening capital. Normal pen. Closing capital 51,420. Opening capital 51,000. So profit is equal to 420. You can box the answer. Profit is equal to 420. B question. Balance sheet. Beta, balance sheet, how to present? Liabilities rupees, asset rupees. Yes, beta. Draw for 6 lines. Liability rupees, asset rupees. Draw for 6 lines. Take a total. On assets liability side, first you will write capital. After capital beta, loan, and then trade payable. You put down in this way: fixed asset, inventory, fixed asset, inventory. Balance sheet beta, left hand side is liability, right hand side is asset. And see, it has a credit balance and it has a debit balance. Balance sheet is a reverse. Balance sheet में reverse position होती है. Trade receivable and cash equivalent and cash and bank balance. Capital 51,420. Then loan 11,500 and 5,800. Fixed asset 12,720. 22,900. Then you have 17,500. And last one is 15,600. $68,720 over. So this is illustration number 2. In index write down beta. In index write down balance sheet का credit balance is liability. Left hand side is liability. Reverse होता है balance sheet में. Liability and asset side is showing debit balance. It is a traditional presentation. So ये बेटा सालों के साल हम लोग करते आए हैं. So this is the presentation. चलो. Yes बेटा completed. Index में आ जाओ. Index. Write down in index बेटा. Index में लिखो 2 equations. Profit is equal to closing capital minus opening capital, and asset is equal to liability plus capital. Write down in index and category A category beta. अच्छा question था. So this is a new equation. Profit is equal to closing capital minus opening capital. Closing capital minus opening capital. चलिए डन. डन क्या? इलू 3 पे आइए. यस. ए कैटेगरी ओवर इलू 3. इलस्ट्रेशन 3 बेटा. विच अप्रोच? इक्वेशन अप्रोच दिख रहा है. प्रॉफिट कार्व ड्यूरिंग द ईयर is 5,000. Okay, during the year profit 5,000. Assets at the beginning, liabilities at the beginning. Okay, so liabilities is given, assets are also not given. Assets at the end we have to find out. Liabilities at the end. Closing capital is given 35,000, and total liabilities including at the end is given. So beta beginning say आप लोग capital you cannot find out capital. So how to solve this question? Very simple. We have end information. We have end ka information, liability and capital. So from end information we can calculate end ka capital, assets. Okay. We can easily find out assets at the end. Okay. So equation 1. Assets at the end is equal to capital at the end plus liabilities at the end. 50,000 is given. So asset is equal to 50,000. Asset at the end. So asset at the end, 50,000. Second one, closing capital is equal to opening capital plus profit. Now we have closing capital. कितना है closing capital? 35,000. And profit is 5,000. 35,000. Opening capital we are not aware. Profit 5,000. So opening capital beta 30,000. So opening capital we got 30,000. And third one, asset at beginning is equal to liability plus capital at the beginning. Assets in the beginning not given. Liabilities at the beginning given 12,000 plus opening capital 30,000. So assets 42,000. So assets at the beginning 42,000. Write down fast. And then beta answers. Answers A का आंसर rupees 42,000, that is asset at the beginning. B asset at the end is equal to 50,000. And C is equal to liabilities at the end 50,000 minus 35,000. Rupees 15,000. 50,000 total minus 35,000 is a capital. C. So this is beta summary, answer summary. 42, 50 and 15. A का आंसर, B का आंसर, C का आंसर. Easy. Second question over. बेटा presentation, हिमांशु, I am giving you the presentation. नोटबुक कंप्लीशन मैं पहले दिन से बोलता हूं, नोटबुक कंप्लीट करना बहुत जरूरी है. प्रॉपर नोटबुक रहनी चाहिए. सेकंड एंड थर्ड ओवर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. Illustration 4. Yes, beta, come to illustration number 4. Last illustration of the day. Equation approach and modern approach. And your homework 5, 6, 7 and TYK. In next session, we are going to start with 5, 6, 7 and TYK. But our next session, I'm going to start with ledger chapter. So journal, ledger. After that, beta trial balance. Then cash book, and last one is rectification. Okay, so in this week, I'm going to complete up to cash book. Cash book is my target, and 2 days for rectification. So next session, beta, I'm going to start with ledger chapter and trial balance. Okay. Please do your homework. If possible, try to watch ledger chapter of batch number 5. Okay. So batch number 5 का ledger chapter complete कीजिए. Are you matching my speed, बेटा? मेरा speed match हो रहा है क्या आपको? This is exam speed. Equation 1 of illustration 3 बेटा already written. अभी आप लोग वापस एक बार रिवीजन कर लेना आयुषी जैन. और ये एग्जाम स्पीड है, तो प्लीज ट्राई टू कैच दिस स्पीड. Analyze the transactions of Messrs. Sahil and Company for the 2 March 2020 on the basis of double entry system, equation approach and traditional approach. तो पहले तो ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच से सॉल्व करेंगे. राइट डाउन इलू 4, पेज नंबर 2.19. राइट डाउन ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच. Traditional approach. Yes. सीरियल नंबर और डेट है बेटा? नहीं, सीरियल नंबर, पर्टिकुलर्स, LF, डेबिट रुपीस, क्रेडिट रुपीस. Sahil introduced capital through bank. So beta, बैंक बैलेंस विल इंक्रीज. बैंक को पैसा मिला, becomes receiver. So beta, for your understanding, I will write P, personal account, and here बैंक में पैसा रिसीव हुआ है, बैंक इज अ रिसीवर टू साहिल्स कैपिटल, creditor. Sahil capital is also P, 4,000 rupees in 1,000, 4,000, 4,000. Introduce capital. Capital introduced. Being capital introduced. P stands for personal account. After one line, write down 2, cash withdrawn from Citibank. Now think, if you are not getting this entry, you can mark it as IMP, beta. Cash withdrawn from bank. So cash is a real account. Cash comes in for the business, and Citibank is a giver. Citibank is a giver. So beta, what is the entry? Cash account R to Citibank P. personal account. And here you can write giver. In exam, don't write R and P. It is only for your understanding when you are revising. Those students who are not revising, beta, not going to pass. आज ही समझ लो. नहीं रिवाइज करना है तो आप देखो कितना भी क्लास में अच्छा पढ़ाओ, जब तक आप खुद से नहीं करोगे तब तक कुछ नहीं होगा. So being cash withdrawn from bank. Third entry, loan taken from Y. Think properly. Loan taken from Y. Cash, real account, debit, to bank loan. Bank loan is a personal account and bank is now our creditor. We have to pay it to bank. Okay. So bank is creditor. Credit the creditor. Amount is 500. Being loan taken. Being loan taken. 4 number. Salary. $400. See. Now this salary is incurred. Accrual concept. You remember that accrual concept? Salary, IMP entry. Red pen. Salary 400 to cash 100 and to salary payable. See, now salary payable, it's a personal account. We have to pay that person to whom we have not paid. He is our creditor. Salary payable. Acha, to cash 300 and to payable is 100. Now salary payable, it represent employee name. Payable is a personal account. Remember, salary is a nominal account, but salary payable is a representative personal account to whom salary is payable. Okay. Other name, outstanding salary or accrued salary. Being salary incurred. Being salary incurred. Salary is a nominal account, cash real, and salary payable is personal account. This is IMP transaction, salary payable. Salary payable is an IMP transaction. Salary nominal account, but payable 100 rupees is udhari, creditor, salary payable, outstanding salary or accrued salary. Furniture purchase. Furniture account debit to cash. Being furniture purchased. $500. Okay. So we have done with beta. Furniture is real. Cash is real. Now equation approach. Asset now write down modern approach. Modern approach. Serial number, asset, liability, and capital. asset, liability, capital. Prepare 4 columns. Number 1, modern approach, equation approach. It is called as equation approach. Capital introduced. Bank balance is increasing. So bank increased by 4,000 plus 4,000 and capital increased by 4,000. Asset increases, capital increases. Okay. Asset increases, capital increases. Number 2, cash withdrawn. One asset increases 200 and another asset decreases. Cash balance increases, capital balance decreases. So one asset increase, one balance asset decrease, equation tallies. Okay, 0. Asset balance increases, bank balance decreases. Third one, cash to bank loan. So increases by 500 cash balance and liability, bank loan is a liability, increases by 500. So in third transaction, one asset increases and one liability increases. Fourth, salary is a nominal account and nominal account impacts beta capital account. किसको impact करेगा? Capital. So your खर्चा decreases capital. So red pen minus 400. Minus 400. So expenses decreases capital. Income increases capital, expenses decreases capital. Minus 400. Asset cash minus 300 and salary payable increases liability. So both impact is minus 300. Plus 100 minus 400 minus 300 and asset decrease by minus 300. तो देखो asset भी कम हो रहा है और liability एक liability बढ़ रहा है पर capital 400 से कम हो रहा है. So minus 400 plus 100 is minus 300. तो equation tally हो रहा है. आप कभी भी देखो equation tally हो रहा है हमारा. And last one, furniture increase by 500 and cash decrease by 500. One asset increases, another asset reduces. So this is the modern approach. Yes, beta. Which is your favorite one? Tell me in comment section. So 5, 6, 7 is your homework. बेटा ये स्पीड कैच करना जरूरी है, इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा हूं पास्ट रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स भी देखो. इस बैच में हमें बहुत सारी प्रैक्टिस करनी है. प्रैक्टिस प्रैक्टिस प्रैक्टिस, ये बैच का इंपॉर्टेंस है. तो आप लोगों को ये स्पीड मैच करना ही पड़ेगा. यू डू नॉट हैव एनी अदर ऑप्शन. तो चलो, थैंक यू. एंड इंडेक्स 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 Oh, suppose, sorry. It's not bank loan, huh? It's wise loan. It's a wise loan. Yes, sorry. Y loan है. Yes, बेटा. Shubhi, it's a wise loan, not bank loan. गलती से लिया था मैंने. It's a wise loan, not bank loan. I thought bank से loan लिया. ठीक है. So, traditional approach. Index, बेटा, index में आ जाओ. इंडेक्स में आ जाओ. यस, जर्नल एंट्रीज, लोन टेकन एंड सैलरी पेड एंड पेएबल. सी कैटेगरी क्वेश्चन, 2 एंट्रीज इंपॉर्टेंट है. लोन टेकन, दैट इज कैश टू वाइज लोन, एंड सैलरी टू सैलरी पेएबल टू कैश. ओके, सो 2 एंट्रीज आर इंपॉर्टेंट. तो वो 2 एंट्रीज मैंने यहाँ पे लिख के दिए. कैटेगरी सी कैटेगरी. रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस विल सी इट ऑन वेडनेसडे, नहीं थर्सडे पे ना अभी. हाँ, थर्सडे को 11 बजे हम लोग मिलेंगे. आपके साथ एंजॉय करूंगा मैं. एंड शेयर दिस लेक्चर टू मैक्सिमम योर फ्रेंड्स और अटेंड करते रहिए. बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज पे भरोसा रखना है क्योंकि वही आपको राह दिखाने वाला है. तो प्लीज लाइव में अटेंड करो, नॉट रिकॉर्डेड में। चलो, थैंक यू, बाय बाय, टेक केयर। खत्म हो गया।